I'm a huge horror fan. I love slasher movies, and I love the 80s. I think that my favourite era for movies, probably. And there's a lot of slashers there that came out. There was just loads of them. I couldn't hit them all, but there seems to be some noticeable ones that I missed out. One of them is The Prowler, directed by Joseph Zito, the man who did such classics as Missing in Action, Invasion USA, Red Scorpion, and the fantastic Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Now we'll let him slip on the fact that lied. It wasn't the final chapter, but that's by the by. The Prowler is another slasher movie that is typical to the slasher genre. Only opens in the sort of mid-40s when the war is going on. They're just finished. And we have this story of a man who has been jilted by his lover and seemingly snaps, killing her and her new boyfriend, and then disappearing for a long period of time until 1980, where he resurfaces again while this graduation ball is happening. We are introduced to our main character of Pam, part of a sorority. This is the first time the ball has been held since those terrible events years prior. And wouldn't you believe it, the Prowler, this strange man dressed in World War II army garb, is back to wreak havoc on all the people. Anybody. Doesn't really matter if they're in his way, if they've interacted with the lead character at all. Their number's up, they're going to die. One of the first things I noticed most about the Prowler was the gore. Of course, Tom Savini is the man behind that, and it is brutal. These aren't cutaways. They aren't your short, quick stabbing. These are bloody, horrific, lingered, fantastic effect shots. These are brutal kills in this. This is a killer that seems to want to cause as much damage, as much pain, be as deadly as possible, whether it be with a pitchfork or a knife that's getting jabbed into a throat, rather than slit across it, just pushed right in, drowning somebody, cutting their throat while they're in the pool. These are vicious murders that happen all the way through this. Nothing is easy for any of these characters. There is no easy death here. These are brutal, hard, vicious kills, and that is one of the most outstanding things about the Prowler, its nastiness and its death. There is also the mystery at the heart of this one, a mystery that I didn't see coming. I kind of had an idea, but I wasn't 100% sure. I was torn between a couple of characters, and it's always good when you get that kind of situation. There is the great character of Pam. I really enjoyed her relationship with the deputy sheriff, her strong-willedness. You know, she wasn't a weak character at all. She is kind of sidelined a couple of times, but she's not going to take it and stands up for herself. But it's kind of the mystery and the blood and the gore that this movie gets by on. You know, slasher movies can live or die on the way that they let people live or die, in particular. In this movie, even the main villain behind it all gets a gruesome death that is just brutal and visceral and disgusting, and something that has happened to the rest of the cast as well. Pam makes a great lead, a great character to latch on to. We are introduced to enough victims, people who are genuinely fun and interesting, and a shame to see them get murdered as quick as they do. But you kind of know the ones straight away. The ones that are showing a little bit too much flesh have a short time on this planet. The mystery was interesting enough. I was curious as to who was the person behind these murders, and it was an interesting reveal at the end of it. This is something that I would have been happy to have seen a sequel to. Unfortunately, it never quite transpired, but The Prowler for me was a really fun and viscerally exciting movie. Nasty, dirty, really vicious with its kills, and that was something that I really appreciated. Now, of course, the effects aren't always up to the standard as you would expect now, but there's a kind of tangibility about them. You know, you can tell that they're real, they're practical, they're there, and they look good enough even now with the sort of restorations that have, you know, happened on these kind of movies. So much fun. If you've seen The Prowler, I would love to know What kind of reputation did it have? What do you know about it when it first came out? I've just came to it now, first time watch, loved the hell out of it. But let me know if you've seen it before, what you thought of it, what you think of it. Let me know in the comment box below, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.